Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Thursday morning, the 24th of October. So in relation to the 3 trials that I'm following, this video is going to be about Delphi, but if you're interested in the Leilani Simon trial, which I've been streaming gavel to gavel on this channel, then we are in verdict watch very soon. It's closing arguments and jury instructions this morning, and then it's verdict watch. So join me for verdict watch. I'm guessing that the jury are not going to take very long. Under 3 hours is going to be my guess, but join me because we're going to do it together. We're going to do verdict watch together. All right, and on Michelle Walks, Sarah Boone, they're coming towards the end. They've got a little ways to go yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there. So join me over on Michelle Walks for Sarah Boone. The courts are starting at 9 a.m, but with Leilani, there's that half-hour delay. So Sarah Boone, I will be there at 8:45 Eastern, and then I'll go live on this channel for Leilani when the court feed comes up. All right, hope that's clear. But this is about Delphi. All right, this is bad. This is so bad. So bad.
It's time for you guys to start being journalists.
Before an angry Andrew Baldwin left the courthouse, 13 News overheard him speaking to Richard Allen's wife, saying, "It ain't over. The world's watching. The world sees what's going on."
Yesterday was a very eventful day. Sarah Carbo, the woman who saw the muddy and bloody man. Yeah, well, she was an absolute shambles. I'm not going to even talk about her. She was an absolute shambles. Very, very confrontational to the defence. That's not going to go down well with the jury. Then there was the medical examiner, so very upsetting about the autopsies. But he's been nobbled. I'm going to say it. I think he's been nobbled because he previously has said in depositions with the defence, Libby's wounds look like they've been caused with a serrated blade. And Abby's not. Abby's straight blade. But he's changed that now. He was in his garage or his workshop or something and he saw his box cutter. And he thought, maybe those wounds on Libby's neck may not have been caused by a serrated blade, but by a box cutter. Isn't that interesting? Given that during Richard Allen's psychotic episode between April and July of 2023, one of his confessions was that he murdered them with a box cutter. So isn't it interesting that he's met with the state 3 times since the defence deposed him in February of this year? Isn't that interesting? Maybe that's the confession that Richard Allen made, the stuff that only the killer would know. I'll leave a big long space here for you to draw your own conclusion. All right, then they had Chris Cecil, who spoke at the 3-day hearing back in end of July, beginning of August. There's a bit of bad news for the defence. I'm not all the way through Andrea Burkhart's live stream. She's been very detailed about this. I've watched Lawyer Lee. She wasn't too detailed about the stuff that I want to talk about. And Julie Melvin was on criminality and she had to go, so she didn't get there either. But Andrea Burkhart, very, very detailed. I haven't watched Defence Diaries yet. I'm probably about, I don't know, maybe another 40 minutes of Andrea, and then this morning I'm going to watch Defence Diaries. It's all go. It's all go. My life is now trials. All right, so this is bad news for the defence. So Andrea here, I'm going to play this clip. Andrea is talking about like a little mini timeline of what was found on the phone.
At 2:07:20 is the last time the phone was unlocked. Now, he doesn't note on this timeline when the photo of Abby was posted. We're going to get to this. There's questions about that.
There definitely is, but we're not going to talk about that in this video.
2:13:51 is when the video was recorded of Abby walking across the bridge with the person behind her. He said it's a 43-second video. Really didn't seem like that, but I'll trust him that it was.
I don't trust him at all.
And so at 2:14:41, somebody tries to biometrically unlock the phone.
Huh.
Apparently is not successful, and I don't think we have information about who that was.
That's interesting. Somebody tried to biometrically unlock the phone.
2:32:39 is the last recorded movement in the Apple Health data. He is calling this movement of the phone, but that is not accurate. If the phone moves and it's not in a step, like if the phone is in my car and somebody is driving my car, the phone is not going to register steps.
Now, there are times that a phone can be in transit and it will record steps. Back in the day, if anybody lives in the area where Northern Trains operate, back in the day, do you remember the bone shakers? They were really, really old carriages, and just every tiny bump, it was just horrible. Those trains were horrible, right? A very bumpy ride. It was the bone shaker. My phone would record steps. Not necessarily that many, but I know it did record steps sometimes on those bone shaker trains. So if the jolting is sufficient, the phone will record steps in transit. But in a car, I don't think I've ever had a phone record steps. They mention speed bumps here, which is possible. We don't have a great deal of speed bumps around here, so which is possible. Right, we're going to fast forward a little bit now because I want to talk about steps.
He also clarified that the measurement for the elevation change that's used for this program is one flight of stairs is equivalent to approximately 10 feet in elevation or 16 steps. So the 2 floors that were noted in this particular case on February 13th at the 2:33-ish time was about 20 feet elevation change, but they did not know if it was elevation change up or elevation change down.
All right, well, I've done a little bit of research because I think I know the answer to this, and this is bad for the defence. And I've done an experiment with my phone, which is an iPhone 12. I have an iPhone 6. It's only just occurred to me that I should have fired up my old iPhone 6 and done the experiment on that, because Libby had an iPhone 6. So I've done it with an iPhone 12. I'm not going to go back out and do it all again. I'm sorry. So in a second, you're going to watch my experiment. So how does Apple Health count floors? 1 floor or flight of stairs is counted as about 10 feet of elevation gain. That's approximately 16 steps. So people complaining about when climbing stairs, it counts about 50% for the flights I've done. What does Apple count as a floor? 10 feet. But it's elevation gain, which means going up, not going down. So when Libby's phone recorded 2 floors, approximately 20 feet, that's going up. That's going up the hill, not down the hill. That's bad for the defence. That really is bad for the defence. So here's my experiment. I started off with 0 flights, so no data, because I did not move my phone at all overnight. So today, this is what it was like when I first picked up the phone, and you can see the time. I know you need to squint, but you can see the time in the top left. All right. I went down my stairs, up my stairs, and down again, and it didn't record any flights. Well, I've got 13 steps. It does record it. It does record it sometimes. It really does record it sometimes, but today it didn't record it. All right. So I went out into the woods. Take it away, past Michelle. This is an experiment to see what my phone records when we're going up and down hills. This is me now in the woods. So I'm going downhill. It's not a steep elevation. These two, by the way, are on leads because they can't behave. They just barked at a golden retriever who was doing absolutely nothing to them. Was on a lead, just walking nicely. He kicked off completely unnecessarily. She starts kicking off. So this is what we have to do when we're in jail. Not literal jail, but you know. Alright. This is a dog walker's paradise. So if you've got any dog that is slightly reactive, this is not a good place to come. If he didn't kick off, she wouldn't kick off because she knows better. But she likes to join in on the fun. Well, Noodle's a work in progress, let's put it that way. Alright, so we're going down here. It's very slippery underfoot as well. Very slippery. Alright, so that's a gentle elevation going down. Now what it says on the internet is that usually iPhones don't record going down, which is a problem for the defence based on the latest testimony. If you can hear awful noise, it's because in that field there over the creek they're building houses and it's awful. Alright, I don't know whether I can look at my stairs without turning this off. No, so it didn't record any data going down, but that is, it's kind of like a gentle incline. So we're going to go up that one and see whether that one records elevation change. Alright, come on. It didn't record elevation change me going up my stairs this morning, so I don't know. My stairs are like 13 stairs, 13 steps. Whoa! It's very slippery. Very slippery. Alright, I'm going to check it now. It didn't record that as an elevation change, it's weird. Right, we've got some steps here, so we're going to go all the way down to the bottom and then all the way back up. The things I do, honestly. Maybe there's a delay and when it records your data, puts your data in the phone. Do you know what I mean? So it's actually recording, but it's just not telling me yet. Maybe I've got to wait a while. Maybe it's not instantaneous. If so, well, we'll wait a while, won't we? Because I can remember how many stairs and hills and steps I've gone up and down today. So, alright, so that's all the way down. So that should have recorded as an elevation change. Still no data recorded, so we're going to go back up. I think it might be on a delay or something. So this is definitely higher than 10 feet. You know, if it's recording elevation change over 10 feet. It normally records elevation when I'm in these woods, not that I pay particular attention. Alright. So that did record. That actually recorded as one flight going up. So it is instantaneous. So me going up my stairs this morning didn't record. I don't know why. Must be the elevation isn't high enough. I don't know. It does normally record my stairs, I can tell you. Because I've done experiments before. I'll try it again when I get home. Alright, we're going to go down and up a hill here. So we're entering the secret woods, but I'm actually going to enter the secret woods. I'm going to go down that hill. Alright, can you two be trusted? Come on. Come on. Out of jail. On parole though. They're on parole. Alright. No one comes in the secret woods. Alright, so we're going to go right the way down there. And then back up and see what it records. I hate that noise. I very rarely come here now because of that rumbling in the background. It drives me absolutely freaking insane. It's awful. This was all meant to be houses by now, but it never happened. Because they cut a bunch of trees down and fenced it off way before COVID. And they put the land up for auction. It was like 2.5 acres. They put it up for auction. And then nothing happened. So I don't even know who owns it now. Because like the local authority own the stuff at the other side of the fence until you get across the creek, and then it's private land, but there's rights of way through it. So that building, the farmer sold the field. But alright, so that's gone down. The farmer sold the field, but this, I don't know who owns it. No one ever comes here though. Alright, gonna go back up. No flights recorded going down here. Tilly, come here. Yeah, you're annoying. Right, so it's levelled out now. No, so it has only recorded one floor, which was the stairs over there. So even going up there, it didn't record anything. My phone's broken. I don't think it is. I think maybe the elevation has to be steep and consistent. Right, we're going to do the stairs again just to check. Alright, but I'm going to put these clowns back on the leads. I can't be dealing. Google twos. Noodle, where are you? Noodle! Good boy! Sit. Oh, clever boy. Beautifully obedient. Until he sees a dog. Right, come on, this way. Ow. Alright, so we're at the top of the stairs again, so I'm going to go down here. That noise is awful. It's getting on my very last nerve, that noise. You can vaguely hear it near the it feels near my house. You can vaguely hear it, but it's just a low rumble. Not this bullcrap. Alright, so that's going down. Now I'm confused because it has now recorded 2 flights. So did it record the hill going up there but just on a short delay, or did it record me going down here? So we're going to have to go up and down this twice to check. It didn't record the first downward, but maybe it was that hill up there on a short delay. Well, this is important. Maybe it takes it a minute to record. Alright. Let's check this. Alright, so it did record that flight going up. It was maybe like, I don't know, a 30-second delay. So we're going to do it one more time. Come on, Libby. We're going to do it one more time to see if it records me going down here, to just take out the possibility that it recorded going up that hill there. I wish I don't put a coat on because I'm boiling. Alright, I'll stand here, I'll give it a minute before I take my screenshot. Alright, so it didn't record that downward elevation, so it must have been that upward elevation up there. Alright, so far it's not recorded any downward elevation. Downward slope. But we're going up now for the final time, so the final tally should be 4 flights. Just so you know, if it adds another aberrant one, it's recorded downward but on a delay. So warm. There we go, so it did record that upward elevation. So it's not recorded downward there, it's not recorded upward there, that small hill. It recorded uphill over there but not downhill, and then it recorded uphill but not downhill on the stairs. So that's bad news for the defence. That is bad news for the defence. So, you people who think I'm biased, well, I say it as it is. And that little nugget there is not good for the defence. But let's see what the jury thinks about it. Alright, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.